getting a little chest pump because in today's video, I'm gonna talk about the F5 method that's gonna force chest gains if you're a natural, regardless of what your genetics are.
You ain't got no gains. You ain't lift no weights.
Last tip, but I'm gonna get into my 5-part blueprint on, it's basically a weekly checklist of if you check off every single of these 5 boxes every single week for the next 8 weeks, you guys are gonna have explosive chest growth. So I'm pretty much just gonna give you an entire 8-week program. All I want you to do is focus on checking each box off every single week. That's all you gotta do. I want to make this very black and white because I know I've thrown a lot of different chest training videos at you guys, and you guys probably step foot in the gym on Monday and you're really unsure what to do. Every single section of the chest, especially get that hard to reach upper chest area, get the lower chest area, and build mass throughout the entire chest. So let's get into the 5-part blueprint. F1 is going to stand for forcing upper chest growth every single week. Now, I want you to kind of change up your mentality as far as training goes. So you're probably not going to be able to hit this all in one workout. Now, it's okay if you do maybe 5 sets in one of these on a pull day or on a leg day. It doesn't all have to be, it doesn't have to be Monday is chest day and Thursday is chest day. You can kind of sprinkle these in throughout the week. Your body is not going to know the difference. The main thing is I want you guys to recover for at least 48 hours between chest workouts. So once again, think of this as a weekly checklist. Now, F1, forcing upper chest growth. I want you to do 10 total sets of the upper chest. Now, my 2 favorite exercises are going to be the incline bench press and the dumbbell pullover. So these are the exercises that I want you to go heavy on. I want you to focus on progressive overload and get stronger on these lifts every single workout. So if you're doing the incline bench press, you do 225 pounds for 5 reps, you're gonna track that lift, and the next time you do the incline bench press, you're gonna strive to do 6 reps or 230 pounds for 5 reps. So mechanical overload is a very important part of muscle growth, especially in the chest, as the chest is predominantly type 2 muscle fibers, meaning it's gonna grow better with explosive, strong lifts. So that's why we're gonna be doing more mechanical overload than metabolic stress. So 10 total sets, doing mechanical overload. I recommend splitting it up 5 and 5, 5 sets per week on the barbell incline, 5 sets per week on the dumbbell pullover. The second part of the upper chest checklist is going to be metabolic stress on the upper chest. Now, my favorite way to do this is going to be the Wolverine low cable fly or the low to high cable fly. So doing the cable fly machine is the best way to put metabolic stress on the muscle. Now, what metabolic stress is and how it differs from mechanical overload is metabolic stress is high repetition, maximum time under tension on the muscles. So I want you to do 8 total sets of metabolic stress training on the upper chest per week. I want you to focus on the 12 to 15 repetition range. So you're gonna be under tension for longer. This is gonna combine with the heavy training to force that chest growth. So 18 total sets per week of upper chest training, 10 of mechanical overload, and 8 of metabolic stress. F2 stands for forcing chest growth in the middle portion of our chest. Now, I really recommend 10 total sets of the dumbbell bench press because the dumbbell bench press was rated better in terms of activation than the barbell bench press for chest hypertrophy. So if your goal is to be a power lifter, you just want to look cool, be that dude at the gym who can bench a ton of weight, I think that's cool. I love bench pressing a lot of weight. But in terms of actually building the chest muscle, the dumbbell bench press is going to activate the mid-chest better. It's going to build mass in the mid-chest. So I recommend really dialing down on the dumbbell bench press, hitting 10 total sets per week. But you could also go 5 and 5. You could go 5 sets of the barbell bench press, 1 workout, do 5 sets of the dumbbell bench press, another workout. Now, that's the mechanical overload portion of the mid-chest. Now, the metabolic stress portion of the mid-chest, once again, we're gonna do 8 total sets of metabolic stress. Really like the pec fly machine for putting metabolic stress right on the mid-chest. So it's just the perfect angle. You can keep that chest muscle under tension the entire time. Now, same concept as if we were doing the upper chest. We're gonna go 8 total sets in the 12 to 15 repetition range. I would say rest times between sets, no more than 60 to 75 seconds. It is really crucial to keep that muscle pumped and under tension and go until failure on these metabolic stress sets. The F3 stands for forcing lower chest growth. Now this is actually what I'm really weak on because I never really emphasize a lot of lower chest exercises, but this is what I'm doing every single week to force that lower chest growth. 10 total sets of weighted dips. I do not think you will find a better exercise to hit the lower chest than weighted dips in terms of mechanical overload. So it's a perfect exercise to go heavy on, hit that mechanical overload portion of chest growth, 10 heavy sets in the 6 to 8 repetition range. Now we have the metabolic stress portion of the lower chest. We're gonna do 8 total sets of metabolic stress training right on the lower chest. No better exercise than high to low cable flies. So I recommend doing 8 total sets per week of high to low cable flies, focusing on squeezing. So if you see the video clip, I'm not going straight down, I'm going down and out a little bit. So 8 total sets in the 12 to 15 rep range on the high to low cable fly, and just change it up, try to find what works best for you. But I know I feel the best activation when I'm not only coming down, but I'm coming out, and I'm also crisscrossing my hands a little bit. So you can try going straight down, you can try crisscrossing and alternating your hands, whatever you feel it the most on. The most important factor is you gotta have a 2 to 1 ratio of carbs to protein, especially in the 48 hours after your chest workout. Now, I recommend you take your body weight, and this is for maximum muscle growth potential. So I'm gonna show you exactly what you're gonna do post-workout. It's gonna make this a hell of a lot easier. Now, take your body weight. So I'm 200 pounds, I'm gonna do 200 grams of protein, I'm gonna do 400 grams of carbohydrates every single day, but most importantly, in the 48 hours, the 2-day stretch after your chest workouts, because this is when protein synthesis occurs. You want to give your body everything that it needs to grow optimally. And I'm going to dive into my favorite post-workout meal that's going to contain over 200 grams of carbohydrates. So I know a lot of you guys are saying you can't get in all these carbs, it's really tough to eat all this food. Here's exactly what I do post-workout. It's not the healthiest post-workout meal, but it does make it really easy to stay on track with my carb total. Now, right here we have almost 2 cups of jasmine rice. So that's about 100 grams of carbs right here. And then I have my protein. So most important thing post-workout is gonna be the carbs. So I have about 50 grams of protein here with the chicken and bacon, but most importantly, 100 grams of carbs in the jasmine rice. Now, before I take my meal, since this is a pretty big meal, I'm gonna do some digestive enzymes. I'm really big on digestive enzymes before big meals, especially if you guys are bodybuilding, you're going through a bulk. So really like this brand. If you guys wanna check it out on Amazon, Alpha Line will probably work on producing a really good digestive enzyme formula in the near future. But in the meantime, ZenWise Health, go for it. Now the fun begins. So creatine is gonna be a lot more beneficial post-workout. So I recommend 5 grams of creatine HCl and mix it in with Gatorade. So Gatorade is basically a simple carb and it makes it taste really good. So in this entire bottle of Gatorade, we have 50 grams of carbs. So between the Gatorade and the rice, we're already at 150 grams of carbs. Now, to make this really fun, I got a little flashback from my childhood days. We have some brown sugar cinnamon Pop-Tarts. So the thing that I like about Pop-Tarts when I'm trying to put on size is 1 packet of Pop-Tarts gives me 70 grams of carbs. Yes, there's 70 grams of carbs in this little tinfoil wrap bag of Pop-Tarts. So 70, we're at 170 here, 220 grams of carbohydrates in just my post-workout meal. You guys should be able to easily fit in 180 more carbs, or chances are if you weigh less than me, you won't even have to eat 400 grams of carbs per day. So that is my little post-workout trick. So the F5 stands for feeder workouts. Now, ideally you're gonna wanna do this the night after your chest workout. So say you work out chest Monday, you're gonna do this Monday night before you go to bed. You're also gonna do it Tuesday night before you go to bed. And I want you guys to do this 4 times per week. It's a 2-minute routine. And what it's gonna do is it's gonna pump fresh blood and oxygen into every single section of your chest before you go to bed. So basically the muscle's trying to recover, you're pumping fresh blood and oxygen into the muscle right before you go to bed and right before all the amazing things take place in terms of recovery. So this is actually one of Rich Piana's tips, and I really like doing it. I used to do push-ups before I went to bed, sort of a similar concept, but this is not going to create any muscle damage. It's just gonna basically pump that blood and oxygen. So I want you guys to basically do an isometric hold and hit the upper, mid, and lower portion of the chest. So you're basically gonna be mimicking different chest exercises. So I want you guys, on the first one, we're gonna hit the lower chest. So I want you guys to focus on the motion that you would do on the high to low cable fly. So you're gonna go like this, and you're gonna bring your hands together, and you're just gonna tense that chest. So you're gonna hold this position right here for about 30 seconds. You should feel the tense right here, and you might actually it could possibly cramp up if you guys aren't used to this and you had a really grueling chest workout, but that's all part of the experience. It's not gonna kill you guys. What we're trying to do is just pump that blood and oxygen. So you're gonna hold the lower one. Now the mid chest one, I like to just come right here. So kind of like doing a pec fly, going right here. So you're gonna hold this position for 30 seconds, just like this. So bring this part of your hand together just like this. And then the upper chest one, you know how on the low to high cable fly, we hit the upper chest. So what I want you guys to do is kind of bring that up right here. Focus on tensing and squeezing right here, and you're gonna do that for 30 seconds. So actually this routine's only about a minute and a half. I just want you guys to cycle through each muscle group or each section of the chest one time. You can try it twice if you guys get used to that and it's too easy for you. So 90 seconds to 3 minutes. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I'm gonna link to the video that I uploaded earlier today, which is a really cool vlog about getting that Hollywood shredded and aesthetic look. So I highly encourage you guys to check that out if you didn't see my video from earlier today. And if you guys wanna check out my inner chest line, my outer chest line, my upper chest line, the best upper chest exercises you're not doing, I try to upload a really high quality chest training video every single Sunday and sometimes Monday as well. So I'm gonna link to every single one of my chest training videos in the description below. And if this is your first time on the channel, make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I will see you guys on the next video.
If you ain't heard about games, you don't know about
Superhuman TV.
Troy.
You ain't got no gains. You ain't lift no weights.